you know, this is some unreal stuff. And the fact that we've got him to join us on both DUST2 and Inferno is going to make this very special. Can Astralis hand them their third loss on DUST2?
Glaive's got the utility for the pistol. Nevera's got the speed. Already coming up elbow. Nobody here to stop him. Finally going to find a little bit of contact, and it's Device to take the headshot. ZywOo's waiting back inside of the doors, but it is a man advantage for Astralis. However temporary it may be. ZywOo bailing out of the doorway. Dupree and RPK exchanging a couple of kills here. They've got the T's down to only 2. They found their bomb plant, but can they hang on to it? Nevera back here behind the boxes, gets iced out by Magisk pretty damn quick. And ZywOo's gonna find nothing. It's Astralis with a retake in the pistol.
Thank God we got something. That was just such an anomaly of a map. I did not anticipate that we would see that result on Vertigo. DUST2 and Inferno are 2 maps that I just so desperately want to see Inferno. After what both of these teams did to Big on DUST2 and Inferno, I just need to know it. For my money, these are the 2 best Inferno teams in the world, and everybody else, like, Na'Vi comes close on a good day, but because they know the team they're playing against, their actual style is not as optimized as either Astralis or Vitality. These 2 teams are playing closest to perfect CS on this map as you can get. And the same can be said for DUST2, a map that you would never want someone to pick. Astralis and Vitality have shown consistency in their recent performances on it versus the upper echelon when it's been picked against them. One of the reasons is, oh my God, this is the setup. What they're not going to go up cat, are they? Actually, they'll run back now. They'll get chased down. And the damage is there. Xyp9x, when he's up in this position, the protocols that happened after he died completely illuminated what Astralis are really able to do on this map. The amount of nades that came through, the pushes that ensued, they had an answer for everything going into the 5v4. The way they play off of information is something that we have to talk about. Before we do, it is an absolute mow down inside of the B tunnel. Shocks alone, surely bullets are going to come his way. This guy is Neo in the Matrix, dodging, ducking, and diving, and bending through these bullets, and eventually will get a kill onto Device. Lucky to have gotten that far in the first place, even luckier to have gotten a kill. But yes, I cannot wait to see this first rifle round to see and show us what both these teams are made of. I'm just hoping that Astralis, they're not playing foggy today, that they won't let a lead just slip into oblivion and end up being a complete one-sided landslide of a half, and can maintain some form for this very special moment that is this grand final versus Vitality.
Culmination of 2 months of Counter-Strike from the start of the series until tonight. We saw a lot of teams get thrown to the wayside. And not often did they get thrown as hard as Astralis just did on Vertigo. That was a message. And I'm happy to see that it's not a completely busted Astralis on DUST2 to begin the second map of the series. Nobody going to overface here towards middle. Nobody wanting to die out to the Deagles.
Yeah.
I'm still a little stunned that nobody killed Shocks while he was crawling through that smoke in tunnels last round. And Dupree gonna make quick work of Apex through those doors. Now there's an M4 on the dirt, and Vitality may want to contend for it. But they'd have to get beyond Glaive, that ump up close. Vitality gonna play cat instead. Magisk watching B from outside of the doorway, so already a lean here towards the A site in case things don't go well. And sure enough, read like a book. The grenade lands in the face of Nevera. He'll give that Desert Eagle over. Device sitting back. Headshot angle made easy work of Shocks. And now we get that Xbox push, which means these 3 Ts are stranded in the no man's land. Little ump spray, not quite enough. And the bomb plant comes through for Vitality. They'll consider that a bit of a win. 2 kills alongside it. Could have been far worse, but Device with the 3K. M4 saved. And a 3-0 start to the CT side.
That's great. That's great. Let's go into the rifle round. I cannot wait for it. I cannot wait at all. See what Vitality can bring. One thing I love about Vitality's DUST2 on their T side is that they don't overuse and over-abuse long. They do have a very varied game plan when it comes to the map, and they'll do the slow cat, they'll do the full Bs every once in a while. You know, Shocks will love to call those rounds every time they have a good spawn for it, but they don't play entirely spawn-based DUST2, and I think that speaks to their confidence on this map. They're willing to work out where to suss out kills slowly, and they do it efficiently, and yeah, they do it kind of every round. They'll kind of give it their best shot to go for information first instead of just randomly flying out to look for entries. So, where does your heart lead you, Vitality? Navera breaking ground here up cat. There's nobody here on the corner. They're looking to swing on it just to make sure no op is present. Nade comes soaring deep this time. Understanding the setup, a second one for Navera. Zones him into this position. And Glaive and Dupree have this pincer on mid, playing close up with their rifles. A little bit weaker out towards long. Shocks now. He's getting curious inside of the long doors as a teammate starts to come back to him. Bomb will make its way over. Looks like we've got the 4-1 delayed long. Zipix. We know he's in this position sometimes. He's relying on support as soon as he hears footsteps. There's no flash just yet. He'll take the duel, and he will lose it straight up.
They look to continue around the corners. RPK, he's in mid. Catches the side of Dupree, but gets drawn into Magisk. 3 kills for Astralis. And a man advantage off of the back of that. 30 seconds to run. And they're going to head towards top mid. Dupree, he peeks, and he sees both players on the retreat. Now Ziwu back at it. He's going to head out towards long. A second chance. Glaive pinned into the spot behind box. Just waits for him to arrive. A shot goes by. Ziwu able to throw out the Molotov. Hit that shot, but didn't quite catch the kill. And now there's no time. He tried to run, and Glaive, not going to let him have any fun, chases him down around the corner. Astralis with the 4-0 start.
No save possible. Nice deep angle here from Device. Opens up for a second kill onto Apex. The trade eventually comes in, but it's far too late at that point. And Dupree, you know when he's on the scent, he's going to chase it down. And that is the fallback plan out. A good start here. And this is all to get us to a third map. But at least we've already got more life on Astralis. Vitality had the added benefit of being able to watch, watch Astralis play DUST2 just now versus Big, but the game wasn't that long, to be honest, so there wasn't much data there. And not only that, it's DUST2, right? It's not like it's going to be a giant secret as to how either team will play. It is a lot about these mid-round decisions and the nuance in the individual decision-making when taking sites. A huge reason why Big lost, because no matter how good their game plan, in terms of talent, they could not stand up player for player to either Astralis or Vitality. But now we have them playing against each other. So we'll have the half-buy investment here from Vitality. Full kit of utility on most players. Xbox smoke right out the gate. And we're seeing these homing HEs coming out strong here for Astralis.
Up the catwalk with nobody to hold him back. Stutter stepping through CT spawn is Glaive. Peeking over on the long corner. Counter-terrorist gathering that information, sinking into the pit. But where to go from here? They sit back, they wait, and the smokes come sailing over. Ooh. Yeah, Apex likes the look of that. An incendiary that doesn't quite hit the mark, so they're going to apply a bit of pressure. Navera's got that MAC-10, and if you let it get up close, suddenly it's deadly. Op bails back to the pit alongside Zipex, and Vitality, they get their plan.
Yep, they've earned the site. Now, they know the retake's on. B players will start to get pulled. There's a player in CT spawn. Navera gets his kill. M4 retrieved, and he can take this duel 50-50 versus Dupree, but he'll get traded out by the help of Magisk.
Yeah, he's
there just in time.
Couple flashbangs come over the corner. Zipic's going to peek off with those. He's going to look for that second kill. Still 2 members of the T side on site. That flash is magical. And Ziwu's not going to get himself any. 4 survivors and a 5th round to the board. A very stellar retake. Made difficult by Vitality's success. They definitely puffed their chests at Astralis. Had they not got that frag back inside of CT spawn, or dodged what was the threat on long, then this one could have gone the way of Vitality, but for now it's the 5-0 start. Astralis on fire.
I guess that's a celebration. I don't know if that's a Danish thing, maybe. Not gonna judge it. Let's go into the next round. Apex spray down on Glaive to start things out, but they peel back off this long control. They know they denied it from Astralis. This will send the CTs into disarray to try to reclaim some map control. This is all that Vitality want out of a potential posturing like this. Coming out, fighting long, not committing to it. RBK in the tunnel, 4 T's back here. Device answers back with 1 kill. Ziwu won't be a huge tell. He's usually running with the group.
See if Magisk wants to get curious. Sometimes he does take these risks into tunnels. And even though there's players near, it is very much only RPK pinned into the corner. Flash goes above. Dupree stays close. Here's the footsteps on the Xbox. Smoke comes from the CT spawn. He's going to play inside of it. We've got Device working up along the elbow. He's going to be looking for the vision into CT's or into Catwalk.
They've done such a good job here of reclaiming some map control. They're disrespecting all of the effort that Vitality are coming into this round with. They're going to move back in towards B. Long is vacated, but it's not a big problem. Zipix back against the wall looking towards Long. But they've got Magis dedicated within the site, and Dupree here to assist, and Device looking for even more information. Look how curious he's getting. They know exactly what's coming at this point.
Ooh. Apex is not going to find the kill towards spawn. Shocks has yet to be peaked. Magisk pinned in. They get distracted from the card. There it is. Magisk with the 2 kills because Device gets Apex off the windowsill, which is, I believe, what had Magisk tagged. And he didn't crack under that pressure. He didn't look away.
Yeah, activated like a trap card here, and this is the opening frag. That is huge, actually. Op v op, and as you mentioned, the pressure was being put on, but eventually he peeks out, grabs the 2 remaining kills, and they've got that setup that is ideal for a B hit, right? This is what Vitality are going to be upset about. The fact that they ran into Astralis fully prepared for that. Not playing outside the site, playing retake in any way. They got the information they needed.
If not for Apex getting caught in the window, though, suddenly Magisk, if he gets killed, we're looking at 2-3 players inside of the bomb site and potentially Vitality on the board.
It was Device who walked off of Cat and called them out for going out mid, right? He had all the information to make that play safely.
And then hit it on the absolute head in terms of timing. Not a second too late. Posturing and gunfire over towards Long A. That's going to draw the attention of 2 players from the CT side.
There haven't been any stomps versus Nivera. None. So if we want to talk narratives, we can look at the fact that Vertigo was so one-sided, and that was an anomaly. The same thing could be said for DUST2. If this is the result that we're about to see. Oh, which again makes the next map even more interesting. Let's see if Vitality have something left in the tank. They're putting pressure here. Deep CT smoke once again, I think, along with the cat smoke. Yep. This time they're faking mid to B. Glaive, he doesn't seem worried about the thought of a cat push.
He's got a player to keep eyes on it. Damage going both ways. Shocks gets Glaive. Device misses the snapshot down. CT now occupied by Apex. Bomb just outside of B. Magisk with the 2 kills. He's the one that shuts down mid and leaves Apex to try and pick up the pieces, but instead it's Vitality in tatters. As they tried to crunch into the B site, Magisk held his ground. He is 11-0.
Yeah, he is aim mapping. And the problem is the 2 strongest aimers on the team right now, who, okay, Device has had an amazing month overall. Top performances from him. But in these last few matches here at Blast, it's Magisk and it's Dupree. Shooting incredibly hot. Instant headshots every single time around, and you cannot have half of the site or half of the map cut off like this. It has to be an option to be able to go B, and right now, Astralis know that Vitality are going to be scared of this. I think there's still an opportunity, Vitality, for them to go for a full B hit with the proper flashes and try it that way, but right now, the slow, calculated, meticulous mid to B splits, those are off the menu. They need a kill first at this point. They need that lucky frag on Magisk or Dupree because that site is completely closed. back to pistols with Vitality. Requires some ingenuity. They're throwing a lot of the same utility each and every time. Xbox smoke up into cat. You know, all for the sake of conditioning, of course. Opens up their playbook a bit, and here's the 4-player press in towards the tunnels.
Smoke grenade thrown deep. Big crunch. Magis, pressured position. He's got a player already firing off. That's Ziwu with the headshot. Glaive outside the doors. What's he have to offer? Utility, that's for certain. AK picked up by RPK. They just lost their mid anchor as well, but an additional smoke thrown down on the doorway delays what could be the retake. 30% chance here for Vitality to hold this on. And we'll see what they decide to do. They've got 2 players just outside the window off of Device's grenade. Ziwu with the drive-by Tech 9. Incendiary thrown towards car. Dupree able to get the first kill, but they need more than that. Time's ticking quick. And Ziwu still beneath the window, losing his teammates. Astralis come through with the retake just in the nick of time.
Oh, it's unlikely, and they still pull it out. They'll get the defuse, lots of time to spare. Critical 3 frags here from Dupree, and even when he's not in the site, he can have so much value to add to the retake. This is a position where they come through with this explode, right? They skip all of the mid-to-B antics, the fake on cat, all of that stuff. They don't give Astralis any tells, and instead, and they do isolate Magis. They get him down to 1 kill. They come through with the great flashes. They go 1 for 1. Best chance to win the round, but they don't have the guns to fall back on, having only recovered 1 in the site, and the retake is just too good. Astralis remain on fire. No signs of slowing down. And it looks like they'll put the test potentially towards Xyp9x again. New mode of aggression here for Vitality. Starting to gear up for what looks like a faster split. Specifically looking to dodge these grenades. The life of teams that have to play at this level at the moment. Oh, I think that smoke got blocked actually. Supposed to be a mid to B. Won't necessarily matter. Xyp9x picks up the bat here from Pit.
Dives back off the flash. Navera can't get that headshot quick enough, but he does in the end. There's still Dupree, though, and the flashbang's continuous. A little bit too much of a threat, too much heat. RPK taken down. Glaive swinging off of Goose at the perfect moment because you saw how desperate Dupree was to dive into the cover. And RPK, all he wanted was to focus on that frag. Did not anticipate Glaive. Ziwu back with the op. And Device scoped in on him. 2 players to cross over to the ramp. And Navera, well, he's going over top of the smoke, looking for an angle deep. Oh! Glaive, he jumps up into it! And a man advantage now for Vitality because Navera is on for the ace. Apex looking for the bomb plant. That one's easy for the taking. He's looking for the 4th frag as Apex takes down the Catman. It is just Dupree. Full house on the A site for Vitality. Navera opening it up.
Split them up, 2 and 3. Really well done. That is a gift to have a Glaive jump up like that from the back of the default, but they'll take it, right? It doesn't really matter. They come up for the long control. I think Astralis, they were pressurized into a position 4v5. And it's not that there's been a perceptible weakness here from Astralis so far, but at least at long, they know Shox was able to outduel Xyp9x 1 for 1, and they throw the long corner smoke, they call him out in his position, and oh my god, Navera continues on from that last round, the 3 frag round, full blind, eyes closed, blindfold on, and hits the long corner shot. Shox will immediately press out mid, knowing they're in a 3 long setup.
And the B player dies for free. They're gonna try to scramble through. Shox! He doesn't need to see. He's got a feel for the game and a feel for Astralis as they try to get out through that CT smoke. Entirely cut down. Not only do we get Vitality onto the scoreboard, but they convert a 2nd round off the back of it with 5 players alive.
And they've totally siphoned out the economy here of Astralis. Device absolutely must save to have any hope in this next round. Loss bonus going to favor Vitality. A couple of really confident rounds 1, and Navera takes out Device. 2 rounds in a row, and a chance to even get a 3rd at minimal cost. This is the entries coming out. As you mentioned, feel for the game. Shox relying on his intuition, hearing some audible, getting full flash, holding down the spray, trusting that he remembers his practice. and the 2 mid-to-be rotators are out of the round. Okay, well, actually, they do have enough to put together a buy. They have some concessions, the UMP and the FAMAS, but they've got utility. They still have an op to work with. This will be it. The well is empty now for Astralis.
Pre-bounces one off the backboard. Only 5 damage, so be it. Magisk again, here inside of the B site. T utility starts to trickle out, met by a smoke and a frag. That one definitely does more damage, but RPK, he's already out through middle. CT's gonna have to challenge through the spawn. We've got tons of players softened up. Glaive, he doesn't even wait. There's still a T back in CT spawn, but everybody else is dead. Shox now coming alive, but he's lost his entire team.
The rotations are amazing here. Glaive coming through the smoke. They had Xyp9x immediately flash push Cash to get that info that there was nobody there, that this fake wasn't towards anything else. And then immediately Glaive just barrels through, realizing they're going to try to continue with a fast split. And why should he? Just closing off distance with his with his UMP. No incentive to really slow down whatsoever. That's a round stolen back. It's confidently played. They keep at Vitality's tempo. That's key. When it's been slow, Vitality have been falling apart slowly. dupreeh finds a timing shot on long. A ridiculous series of events in these last 3 rounds. It is such a high tempo at the moment.
Half of the kill feed's been blind kills, it seems. Players running through smoke, gunfights out the gates, and no stopping Apex. He just comes trudging down from long. A second headshot. Navera's gonna pinch in through the catwalk. Man advantage for Vitality off of the back of that. And Device, well, he goes towards Cat.
Oh my
Leaves
God.
Magisk through the CT. A desperate jump across the ramp will get bomb planted.
Oh my God, it's just high-level gambles. Like, they go through with that kill and know that Astralis are gonna rotate out. They run through long to follow up, get the entries coming into the site. 2 CTs here to rotate. Oh my God, Magisk makes it a 2v2.
Quick kill.
They'll
There's
set up
also
throw.
a quick flank.
Yeah, all their utility out. And Ziwu's up to bat.
He looks away from the flash, and he can't return the crosshair back on point, but Shox, he made this decision.
Where's the plan?
And let's see if it pays off! Shox with the back-to-back headshots, and Vitality with yet another round.
Cold as ice. That is nasty. Could barely see anything. His vision was completely obscured by the smoke as he peeked back out to the side. Just barely has an angle on Magisk there. This is such an unfortunate round for Ziwu, but of course, you can still rely on Shox. Man, the call there. After dupreeh gets the timing shot on long, they immediately just charge out through it afterwards. And then follow up, making Astralis assume that it's going to be a mid-B split. They call out the setup. Just a high-level gamble, right? A read on the situation. A gamble, whatever you want to call it. Here, Astralis think, oh, we've got enough. They just come through. And immediately, when they're trying to set up to go back for cat control, as they have been doing normally, they get crunched from both the players at long and Navera on cat. That is some super sick stuff.
Such good accuracy reset there between the 2 bursts.
Well, it looks like it's not going to be a free half here for Astralis.
No, sir.
On control is Vitality's once again. They found the correct temperature for their style of attack on the T side.
RPK waits. And sure enough, Magisk puts his head right in the middle of the crosshair. That's one of the M4s down. Glaive trying to challenge to the top of middle, but an op keeps him honest. RPK sees, oh, dupreeh! But the deagle's enough! And just like that, we're back into the 4 versus 4. Apex, he's coming up middle, and there's nobody in tunnels to stop him. So he could take a timing here versus the Catman. That's Glaive walking in with the ump out, calls out the position, rushes those final few steps, and that's going to activate Vitality. They've got 2 players on the cross, and Ziwu back at a distance with the op. Navera, what can you do in the chaos? Xyp9x inside of the smoke grenades, fire at his feet now, dodges and dives downwards. And we've got the deagles popping off. Not to mention Ziwu here to take point. Smoke fades, misses the shot. Device, he gets the first one. Almost Ziwu too, and it's nothing but Astralis on the kill feed.
That's 10. They locked that up. Oh my God. We had Glaive come off cat for the push to take out Apex after dupreeh. What is this? This is like that shot that we saw from Nico, an angle that doesn't even exist, getting straight up 1-bulleted in the playground. That's for all of Tunnel's control. That's to get info on exactly what the setup's going to be for Vitality. Holding that far back means, of course, you're not going to have players, it's not going to be some kind of lower default. That's enough information to allow them into the round. And ZywOo's pissed off. He just got out-dueled by an M4 on device.
Gun juggled back. Blade with the flash. Ooh, and he almost catches Apex.
Good info there on mid. Always brave to check mid out versus scopes. Of course, this time it is just a scout. And it's Magic's enclave this time around. Some good damage coming in. That's going to bait him forward. Glaive is here to fight.
He's going to tuck to the box. Gets the back turned of Shocks. Glaive can't deliver anything other than the first one, but damage is done here to Vitality.
Oh, but they can't even go for this. They needed those kills. That was RPK so low. And on his final bullet, you know, trading back and forth would have only lasted one more. Gets his kill. This is completely... okay. Whoa. That's Dupree maybe looking for a lower push, trying to run up the side of mid. No, that's denied. Vitality keep up once again. Save situation here for Astralis as we come into the final round of the game. And there's not enough money here for Vitality to think about overcommitting. Everybody's so low, man. This has been a very competitive first half towards the end. You want to give credit to Vitality for figuring things out. Yes, the score is 10-4 at the moment, but in some sense, it's by no means a stomp. You have to give credit to Vitality for winning the later portions of the round, adapting, staying alive. This is what we expected out of Astralis on Vertigo. You know, to not let the half cut slip completely away. But of course, we have Masuda on that map with a career high performance. So round 15. Op stays in the hands of Device. 2 SMGs to go. ZywOo's here to dodge flashes and make progress. And he's done both.
Dives down into the pit.
Oh, this
Astralis instantly fall back to boost, and now it looks like they want Cat.
This is the most normal round from the T side that we've seen so far, long control. But they know that we've seen a crunch come in from both long and Cat simultaneously. Apex will get called out. He'll get battered by the nade and then hunted down by Xyp9x.
They start crossing. MP9 starts firing through. A grenade that could dunk down. Oh, RPK, a single point of health, but Nevera. Nobody's actually applying pressure or keeping him in position, so he extends into the head of Dupree. 2 CTs up from Cat. Final round of the first half. And Vitality, they're walking wounded. RPK goes down and Shocks. Well, he almost gets the double, and it's all on ZywOo. He's dived back behind the car, kept his head down. All 3 CTs lie ahead of him. He has no utility to work with. They've got kits, but no nades. And it's a trade from Device. An 11th round for Astralis to close out this CT side. We saw that career high performance, but now let's see the career high comeback. We'll see you after the break.
Launders and I have been spending a lot of time in Copenhagen lately. We decided we wanted to experience Denmark as Danes do. So, we decided to hit the town, and this is what happened.
Here in Denmark, they celebrate Christmas for about 3 months a year, so we decided to come a bit early here in Copenhagen to Tivoli to celebrate by doing the Tivoli World Cup. You ready for some challenges, Connor?
Always am, always will be.
Let's get it started.
Tivoli World Championships.
Okay, let's get started. Going for broke. Come on, baby, no. Come on, what is that?
Come on.
More than once.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
I got a 3.
We're moving.
Oh.
Are you done? Frick! God damn it. I had 64 tick horses, man. 1-0, but it's a best of 5.
Come on down in the woods now. And the game begins.
Okay.
5, 6, 7.
I think my gun is broken, dude. I'm not even kidding. All right, Connor, let's see it. Oh, not bad. All right.
Shoo. All right, what you got?
3 left. Look for the split. Nice try. We'll talk about that later. Oh, done. Right down the middle.
Comeback, the
One
comeback.
left. Been here before. Oh, okay.
What-
No, you
what?
got 2. Get out of my way.
Yo!
Oh! Let's go, baby! Where are they? Come on. Pop your heads up. Missed that
Resident sleeper? I don't think so.
one. Man, mine just stopped.
Yeah!
It just stopped coming up.
Fire away! Ah!
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on now.
It's going slow.
Look how
I
easy
done?
this is.
Oh, you got 39?
All right, so the games are all finished, and of course, you guys already know who the champion was. I'm sitting on a stack of 200 fat ones. And well, I'm going through my options as to what to get. I've made up my mind already. Nice. Man. Hey, Mo. I got you something.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thanks for everything, Copenhagen.
See you guys next time. Don't let that content piece distract you, okay? This is a very serious situation in this best of 3. After the half we just witnessed, after the first half of the first map we just witnessed, we should be watching, okay, with bated breath. We should be waiting here, trying to figure out what the actual story of the situation is. Astralis were absent in map 1. And now Vitality look like a shell of themselves in map 2. Astralis' firepower is suddenly there, but it's DUST2. Who can be consistent on DUST2? Well, Astralis have only lost 1 of their last 6 matches on this map. Vitality, the only team in the world that could potentially test them. And this is a proving ground for their map pool. And they are doing it. But RPK, Le Tank, is here to stop them.
Couple kills with the USP. Oh. Ziwu gets one as he jumps through the sky, but Device, he's got that answer. Bomb still sat, patient. Oh,
Yeah?
for a second I thought he DC'd.
Oh, okay.
I realized it's just Zipix. He's just holding, sorry.
Right. Classic Zipix.
Settle down now.
Ultimate patience. Okay. It's it's not a free round here for Vitality. T's moving up towards the site. There's a chance that they could get by. They know they've got at least one person crack spotting something somewhere. And they've still got the 2 smokes available, but Device shows himself. The bomb dives across. Zipix, he's gonna try to make this a 2v1 if possible. Opportunity, shot at, and missed. And now,
He sees them all.
yeah, they're all coming at him. This would take more than just a clutch, right? This is not enough space for him to use his brains. It's just gotta be about aim. And, ooh,
Damn.
where's Keanu Reeves? Because that was breathtaking.
Man was in the sky. Gets his wings clipped. And Vitality shipped this into the following round with 3 FAMAS, 2 MP9s. Astralis, no bomb plant off at the back of that last round, so no investment here either.
Yeah, it's the best result possible for the most exciting match possible. Vitality stages come back, they prove something. If Astralis close this map out confidently, they prove something. And if they win in any fashion, we get Inferno.
Christmas comes early.
Yeah.
Apex ready to peek. No flash thrown here from the CTs. He goes into it. Finds a headshot. Ziwu back by Goose.
Yeah, they've got the dead EA set up ready for this. Mid to be like a touch weaker, but, no way for the T's to suss that out. We've got some information gained and gathered from Apex. And, yeah, no path chartered here for Astralis as they sit and wait behind a smoke, trying to figure out where they're going to get flanked from next. Well, it looks like the itinerary's cat, but they're flying economy. It's not going to be too pretty.
Boiling down the time here. No reason to believe anything special comes of this. Hell, Vitality, they could just hang on to the utility if they wanted to as well. Go for the gun duels, take down these last 3 Ts. That's exactly what starts to unfold. MP9, good for another. So that's a little bit of extra bonus money. Apex 4 kills off of the SMG. That is money in his pockets, cash in the bank, and a buy in the hands of Astralis.
Just wanted to wait long enough to see if the CTs would change their mind about their setup, but that wasn't going to be the case. They were even strength across the map. Buy comes in. Zipix, last one to pull off a purchase. Says, Device, I can glass cannon op you. He said, no, it's fine. Buy yourself some armor, kid. Get your nades. I've got a scout. Interesting. Now, will we start out with a round, where they just forfeit everything? Oh my god, they found a completely open B site. Flash comes over the top. Shox is here to fight, but he is outside the doors. He is not a welcome visitor any longer.
Shox looking for a little bit more. Magisk hides behind box. Frag goes out, chips away HP, and the CTs begin to flood in. There are so many bodies outside of the windowsill. Bomb yet to get into the site, really, just sitting on the cusp. Glaive, oh, his hands are busy, but the pressure's on, and the HP is so low.
Yeah, they have tunnels locked down, though. They can all focus forward on the window and the door. This should be a strong spot for the Ts.
Splattered outside of it, Device, he finds his 20th kill. He is now 20-8 at the moment. And Vitality stuttering outside of the doorway. They are not going to take this risk. They are not going to eat the costs. And Astralis, they will have that 12th round, doubling the count of Vitality off of a free B bomb site.
Yeah, that's a statement round, right? They skip all of the map control entirely. They start the round out really quickly. And here are some kills in the exits. Both Ts will go down, and an upgraded gun will come through for Nevera. Actually, for both of them. He'll find another for his friend. This is actually not such a bad result here. The buy's not going to be incredibly good. I'm sure Astralis has spent basically all of their money to be able to get that AK buys, get that AK buy together. So this is tough sledding here. 2 AKs handed over. I think the counter's coming in with 5 dead. You got to appreciate and respect how much damage and how much pressure Vitality put on without fully committing to the site. Of course, that's the number one sign of a good team these days, is how much you can do with utility before committing.
Whoa. That's cool.
Yeah, as soon as the bomb blows up, AK gets blown all the way to Shox. I think it landed right in his hands too, right?
Man, that was some magic.
That's timing right there.
A little bit of Tivoli magic.
Right, crazy stuff. Okay. Man, that's actually a huge call. I'm gonna say it right now. We've seen all the DUST2 matches they played recently. When have we ever seen Glaive call a round like that? Skipping all the map control that early on for a B hit that's not full on with 5 players. This early into the game plan, it's definitely one of the rarer things, and it's something specifically they obviously wanted to do versus Vitality, who weren't anticipating it. Funnily enough, Vitality are a team that might do that. The full B explodes. Here to conserve energy during the tech pause.
You must close the eyes. You must cross the arms.
Mm-hmm. We have no idea where they're going to go next with it. Of course, anything can work. It is DUST2. But I think at this level, between these two teams, it's about reading their opponents. We're going to look back at some of the highlights from the first half. And again, we saw how in such good form Magisk was in over on Vertigo, continuing on here into DUST2. I don't know what he ended with, but he was 11-0 at one point, right?
On DUST2, you mean the first half?
The first half.
Yeah, kind of cooled off a bit. Not gonna lie, kind of tapered off because at the moment he's 16-10.
They just stopped going B, right?
Yeah, exactly. They did exactly that. I remember, the point in that first half as well when you called it. You're like, B is kind of closed. Maybe we should head elsewhere, and they did. And they kind of got a few rounds on the board.
And quietly said,
Device.
Device.
currently standing at 20 kills, 9 deaths. Highest in the entire server. Next closest being Dupree and Magisk at 16 kills apiece.
Can you check devices last month in stats overall? So I think the 4 biggest performers coming into this tournament, talked about this once already. Device, Simple, Ziwu, Props. He was at the highest, 1.38 rating with the most maps played on an individual level. And having to run through the lower bracket in both of these tournaments, definitely a critical component, just his pristine form. Shox is also a guy, man. Like,
So, in the last month, Device currently holds an average rating of 1.28.
2.8.
And
Okay.
that Vertigo map versus Vitality was
Yeah.
his lowest rating in the last month.
Right.
0.47.
Probably their worst loss as a team in the last month,
Yep.
honestly. Even their close losses where they got knocked into the lower bracket, I don't think anything looked quite as bad as that.
That is one of his 5 red ratings in the last month as well.
Wow.
I will tell you the other 4 are far closer to 1.0 than that 4 point
Right.
or 0.4 whatever.
Sorry, folks, we got a ping issue. Hopefully it'll get sorted soon.
Yeah, it's hitting the Vitality camp.
So this is Zipix since coming back. He's already got a tournament win under his belt, DreamHack Masters.
The reverse sweep from the lower bracket.
Yeah, from the lower bracket. And this would be his second. And this would be them trying to go 2 for 2 with him, right? I think before that, they played one other event with him. I don't think they won. I'm pretty sure. And now we're just going to take a look at top plays of the day because there were many.
This was like the eco play of the century. Scout buy into 2 scout headshots, knife kill, and the op upgrade. The 2v5 from Magisk and Device. Just a matter of beautiful timing and then catching every big player scrambling over to win the series. To get into this grand final, 16-6 over big.
And they really didn't break a sweat. The 2 map close, 21 round second map. And we had Masuda almost ace twice on Vertigo, actually. He had 1 ace literally stolen away by a team kill when 2 players were lined up. And is that it?
False. The internet issue is fixed, but Shox has just had a quick crash.
Okay.
That's an easy solution. Get him back in the server, do a round reset.
Okay.
It's okay. Sometimes sometimes problems pile.
Okay.
I forgot that one word. It's kind of the important one.
That was a real pile.
But I'm sure I'm not the only one who's willing to wait to see this match continue.
Good, because you don't have a choice.
That is fair. Are we going to talk about the way I smoked you at Tivoli?
Why did I know you were going to bring that up?
Because I've been waiting weeks for my chance to brag about it.
And they had to play it twice today. Unreal. Well, I beat you in the real life sports one. You only beat me in the laser pew pew virtual bullcrap. Okay?
You mean when I was firing my crossbow from underneath my leg?
That was. I did have like 20 and you had like 38, and I was like working on getting to 25, and I looked over and you were shooting crossbow from under your leg. It was pretty demoralizing, I won't lie. I thought I was doing pretty good.
Also, I'd hate to ruin the magic, but we did play the throwing game twice.
I smoked you both times.
One was a tie.
Oh, what's a tie?
It is what it is. We both knocked over all the cans.
I did it with 1 less bag.
Technicality.
Oh, technicality. Yeah.
Technicality.
Okay.
We'll call that one a
we'll do
technical
water
issue.
polo in the ocean. Okay, with Pimp.
Yeah, you want to go back in the ocean?
Let's do it. More real life sports.
I don't know if I'm ever getting back in that Danish ocean.
You wanted to jump in twice.
That is fair.
That's fair.
I like the thrill of it.
Of being naked
In the ocean.
in the ocean. Okay.
Apex has now updated us saying that we've got Shocks back on TeamSpeak,
That's good.
so the computer is alive and running.
RPK swiping right.
And Glaive has crashed.
You joking?
Nope.
Conspiracy? What is happening?
What is happening?
What is
They're
happening?
making us wait. They're making us wait because that first map was so damn fast.
Okay.
Get us back on schedule.
I want to talk too much about strategy during tech pause.
Yep,
'Cause, you know, I'm such a great analyst.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
it is true. New rules to this game
What do you have gummy bears on your mouse pad?
because I'm putting them in.
There's
in a
no good
sequence
answer,
of
by the way.
colors. Don't you do that? It's like when you open a bag of Skittles. You gotta sort them by color before you can eat them. Doesn't everybody do that?
This will officially go on Twitter.
You gotta sort them first. Only a barbarian would eat his candies before sorting them by color.
Tweet sent.
It's the rules of the game. DJ cleans his mouse pad, he said, almost every day. Brings it in the shower with him.
Puts it in the.
I said you put it in the shower like you put it on the floor and scrub it, you know, like clean. He says no, like a loofah.
He uses the mouse pad like a loofah, hopefully the underside. But I mean, if he has, like, it depends. Like, if he's got a speed mouse pad, probably won't work as well.
No.
But if he's got the traction mouse pad, then we're talking. Maybe a Goliath this would get you a nice clean.
I can see DJ getting out of the shower and wrapping himself in a giant mouse pad.
You could use your desk pad.
Yeah, I've got a chonker.
It'd still probably be pretty cold, but it might be a funny thing to look at. Okay, get the emotional support dog coming in.
Get us through this. Shocks is back in the server just to keep everybody up to date. We're
How's
just
Glaive
waiting
doing?
for Glaive to return.
Okay,
Just waiting for Glaive, baby.
okay.
The last man of this 10-man puzzle.
So did you return your PS5 or what?
No, I did not.
Just Cyberpunk.
Just Cyberpunk.
Okay,
That was returned. The time will come.
okay.
The time will come.
Maybe 2077. So we'll talk. When Cyberpunk 3077 comes out.
I was looking forward to it, I won't lie.
No, you weren't, because you could have just not returned it.
Well, I saw you trying to sell my PlayStation to Dupree on the internet.
Well, you don't want it.
That is, see, now that part's just not true.
You're not playing any.
I got 2 weeks
PS5
of
game.
quarantine starting tomorrow. I'm gonna
Okay,
need that PS5.
Name one PS5 game that you're gonna play.
None of them. None of them. None of them yet. I've got PlayStation 4 exclusives to get
You
through
gotta at
first.
least have a good lie. Oh, you could be like, oh yeah, I'm a FromSoft fanatic. I wanted to play Demon Souls remake. You could have lied.
But that game sucks. You guys should see
All right,
the look I'm getting right
I just
now.
dropped out. I'm dropped now.
It is simply a joke. That is a good game, but I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the patience for it, Launders. I need to feel like a champion. That was my ego.
Well, you could if you were good.
It'll get damaged. I'll curl up into a ball. Jump in the ocean. Shocks get back.
That shocks.
Nope. Shock said, hey, what happened to Glaive? He wasn't here. He didn't know.
Okay.
We've got Shocks on TeamSpeak and in the game. We've got Glaive on the TeamSpeak,
Okay.
soon to join the game.
Oh, awesome. Exciting. Headphones are
Then,
coming on.
at that point, guess what happens?
Apex drops.
No,
Oh.
no. Don't say that.
Well, you're trying to get me to guess.
The correct answer is we get this show back on the road.
Okay. So let's say your PS5 was for sale. How much would it cost?
45 schmeckles.
That's not a lot of money, is it?
I don't know the conversion.
I mean, okay. But it's not, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I think my main curiosity here is that we've seen Glaive sit in Zonic's chair,
Yep.
and now Zonic's over in Glaive's chair. And yesterday, we didn't have Glaive in the camera shot. It was Zonic and Dupree, and it fully looked like Zonic was playing. Now we've learned that this desk extends. Glaive is on the other side of Zonic.
But for what reason, we ask?
I don't know.
Gotta need a little space there between Glaive and Dupree. Maybe Zonic wanted to feel like one of the boys again.
Maybe Glaive had some strange superstitions and had a cursed setup. So we swapped computers.
Gotta shake things around.
Do you have any weird superstitions? You ever walk under ladders?
Nope. Pretty normal guy.
Okay.
What about you?
Superstitions? I probably have a few. I can't think of any at the moment. They'll come to me, probably in the middle of an important round.
Look what I've got, folks. I got a game for you.
Thanks so much.
Turns out we're back. Thank you for your patience. And I hope you are all settled in because we've got Vitality trying to claw back this 6-round lead. 6 rounds of a lead. They've got the bye to do it. Was a last round win for Astralis as well. It's good to remember where we were when we all took a quick extended break.
Holy hell, that was an extended break.
God.
Let's get back into it. It'll be harder for the players than anything else. So let's see what Astralis got for us. Apex up top, looking super sharp. The flash assist actually comes through, but it doesn't really blind Apex well. Doesn't go quite deep enough. He's standing out in the open. Glaive will try to hunt him down, kind of predicts him crossing onto the site, and takes this very difficult fight onto the ramp. A few chances come and gone. 3 Ts left. Mac-10 out front. Mid to B split is coming. Shock's right around the corner. And no one's in the window just yet. Oh, just kidding. Itzy, he appears.
Vera
Okay.
finds the headshot through the smoke.
Oh, it's not a great smoke.
Right.
What the hell?
As if that's allowed to happen. Then Shock's also accurate as ever.
Oh, maybe it was actually a good smoke. The double stack was there. Maybe we take a look at the Navera shot, see exactly how good it was. But a very important round 1 back here for Vitality. But if you missed it, Astralis have showed us a very, very strong opening round into the B site. But what happened was Navera punished all of the exits. And Astralis came into that round with a Mac-10 and a pistol because they didn't save.
Lots of flashbangs here on long side. RPK to play around the smoke. Dies out to Magisk. But there's another CT to peek.
Oh.
Apex looking for one. They split his crosshair down the middle, and he still delivers the double. Tries to disengage, and sure enough, Glaive sustains. There's 2 Ts here, and the Desert Eagle headshots connect, but Navera sprang back to trade it out. Shocks getting it into the 1v1, and Device is nowhere to be found.
Shock's got the most clutches in the game. He is here in a 1v1, and Device does not have armor, but he is top fragging, probably team with confidence. 1 minute left, and it's a bit scary for Shocks to camp the bomb. Doesn't know where Device will try to approach from, but he'll make sure to suss out the flank completely, and Device will move in. Now, this could be an opportunity where he could walk up, and maybe Shocks doesn't clear this. He'll walk back into the angle. No way, that was so close. He reads the situation well, but Shocks still wins the duel.
Yeah, versus
And
that Eagle.
this is a scary round, man. It's a disjointed fight towards long. They keep getting punished for these kills. Yes, Apex finds 2 back, but then they just start peeking off the corner of the smoke without flashes and ask to get traded out. Some of the shots are pretty randy, but the same can be said for the CT shooting back in. 2-op adjustment. This is where we've got Vitality at full strength.
And we still see Astralis limp in with pistols. Still, that last round got uncomfortably close. Crazy to think that even despite the economic cost, there's still the double op setup and over $10,000 to spare. Vitality in a prime position at the moment, especially given the buy-up from Astralis. The more survivors, the better for the CT side. They've got themselves onto the cusp of the catwalk. Dupree looking to jump down into the CT spawn. Lands on Apex. Can't do anything about it, but Magis, well, he gets his Deagle headshot at Apex. He tries to sink back into the CT spawn, but comes out for more. RPK lends a helping hand, and that's everybody dead for Astralis as they tried to exit onto the bomb site. 3 kills for Apex, 9 rounds for Vitality, 3 rounds the lead.
It looked like a critical kill to get ZywOo out of the round on the corner with the op, but Apex was smart to play it patiently, wait for the flashes to come out, spots the shadow, punishes the drop down. And now it's only 3 rounds, the difference between Vitality and Astralis, and they still have the 2 ops in play. Astralis will absolutely need to punish here, and Nevera tries to cross empty. You can't guarantee that he hit him, even though he might be pretty confident. Shock's pushing off Cat to try to get some information back, but it's a lower default. They're moving up quite quickly. I wonder if this gets cleared.
It falls into it.
No way. He
Doesn't
actually
matter.
wins that off the flash to push him back.
Oh, wow.
So much pressure in the lower tunnel. And oh my god, they get completely dumpstered.
Glaive kills Dupree.
Oh, he was so blind, and he just shot Dupree in the head. I didn't even realize that. That was all the push off of Cat.
And then as ZywOo continues to tear them up with this op, we've got Shocks setting up shop down in the depths of suicide.
You're kidding.
Vitality coming in from all angles.
This was a position where if Shocks doesn't win his duel, which he probably shouldn't, then you don't have the lower players trying to trade Shocks out of the top of mid. And all the while, again, they have the second push to come in. Oh my god.
What is that team kill?
The extra flash. Look at this. Oh, he's blind. He strafes back and shoots on Cat and doesn't realize that they cross.
It looks like he shoots one bullet.
Blind, yeah, it was just one bullet. The flashes were fantastic. The flash to top mid to help Shocks scare his opponent a little bit. The second one from Nevera into lower.
Oh man, we've got Vitality powering up. And if you thought that first half was Astralis taking it to a third map, then you may have been wrong to assume so.
Like us, right?
Like us. I was starting to drool at the thought of Inferno. Maybe things are about to dry up on DUST2. Apex, he's gonna get challenged by Glaive on his own. Easy pickup there versus just the pistol. Extends into the second. And one by one, they just keep trickling into this A site to die at the hands of Vitality. Device with the scout in the 1v5. The CTs are going to have so much money and only a 1-round lead to cut back as Astralis will bounce back in the next one with a buy. 4 players survive here for Vitality. They are looking fired up.
Yeah. The energy is here. And Astralis, now these 4 rounds just seem so far away. But, you know, versus any other team right now, you'd think Astralis, like, eventually they'll just be able to figure this out. They'll slowly come to a close. Look at utility damage, actually phenomenal here for Astralis. But I think it's really the flash assists that have been so impressive for Vitality. Even on some of their B hits when they were on the T side, that's what looked good. We've got the lower default once again. They're going to give it their best shot to not die in this position. They see that nobody's crossed the top mid. They're establishing control. And we've got an upper tunnels crunch from Nevera. Also, just one player, but so much advantage with this op. And it feels like Magis is half expectant of this. But how far will Nevera go? They'll flash him back. He'll make noise. They know that he can't leave the tunnel safely.
Yeah, concedes the angle.
This is really smart read here from Magis.
Oh, RPK peeks out. Device misses the shot, and Zipix, he's going to get him through the doorway. We've got Astralis with a man advantage, but it's taken immediately back by ZywOo, who looks like he wants a little more. Device, he's going to opt down a player, but ZywOo does not miss. Not shots like that. 3v3 is what we're left with.
What is this, Op India? Literally, all the oppers going head-to-head, trading each other out.
A 3v3 to keep their lead. Zipix inching closer to the A site with that bomb on his back. Incendiary for ZywOo. And he has that incendiary to burn off the catwalk, which would really put Astralis in a bit of a pinch. They've got the double Molotov, double smoke for the execute, but while they wait, it's going to be Apex to get aggressive. And he wins a crucial duel versus Magisk. An additional smoke to make ZywOo a little awkward. He lets the first one slip, takes down the second, and then swaps the P250. Can't quite get the job done, but recovers before Zipix sees a thing. And Vitality tie this game at 12.
Oh, you gotta love the decision making there when the flash goes out and the first player is blind to not move, sit in his flash, know that he's eating it, but that his opponent won't move it as well. And some really tense moments here. Apex winning his duel versus Magisk. So smart from ZywOo, letting the first one go, not overreacting, just knowing that a second has to follow up and taking the shot on them instead. It was just a crack spot. Water, the beverage of choice here for ZywOo, or vodka, I don't know. Who knows? What's the secret? Vodka for you too? My God.
I love how animated Apex gets.
It's all the vodka, man. Yeah, he's getting into it. He's got some ideas. The thing is, they'll still have to come up and be creative, right? Like to continue forward with a victory. That's an insane moment where you just see, like, pound for pound, Vitality stand to them easily. Crazy to see Apex win that duel versus Magisk. And for the fact that Nevera gets opted out of the round, but you still have ZywOo to fall back on the A site. 12 grand in his pockets. Apex, 10 grand. Oh, we've only got one round win?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's one rifle round win for Astralis in the second half.
That is it. And even after that, only one round, the 20th, where they get it into a 1vX and still lose to Vitality. They have not planted a bomb in 6 rounds straight. There has been little success for Astralis. But gaining that little bit of map control, it could help. Magisk, his pistol, his deagle has been strong in this series, and he looks for another head, misses the chance, but the bomb plant can come through. Device on that scout. If they were to extend into the ramp, then maybe they could grab some guns back, but that would be to take a massive risk. Instead, they've allowed Nevera to slip up from CT spawn. Magisk a little more damage. Zipix, he's gonna get a deagle headshot. This could be the round. Astralis, they need the anomaly. And sure enough, the kills continue to come in, but Nevera, he gets sidelined by Device. A 13th for Astralis. They give him a little room on Cat. They get past ZywOo. And with it, a round to the scoreboard. Check out these headshots.
Cannot understate how important and critical each of these kills are. ZywOo can fall back. They cannot make forward progress. If he doesn't hit the refrag on the A site, there's no chance. That is seriously just Magisk opening up the round completely, right? That is like a 5% chance round with the 3A setup.
Opening the half.
It's opening the half, yeah. 13 to 12. The buy-in is here. They saved for that round. Device looks for a timing shot in the Vera. We'll see. No one's actually come out. I don't know if he mollies back blue just in case. RPK is here to help him suss it out. And Astralis, they haven't made a decision just yet. They've just put some pressure on long, but they're playing a very standard passive default, seeing if there will be some map control taken for Vitality. And they have to respect that. Vitality have taken so many openings, so many different looks here on CT side. Incredibly hard team to keep up with. Oh, dangerous position for Nevera.
Ooh,
Looks
and
for the duel to spawn. Huge damage on Glaive. Flash goes over, but it's worth nothing, really.
Are they stalling out in the tunnels? Oh! Nevera, he's gonna land a second shot. And Shocks, he sits on flat. Nice headshot. Pops up, takes Magisk down, goes for another. Op shot rings out, and check out these CTs. They're scrambling over.
They can't even do anything from the tunnels. They're so afraid to make progress. The incendiary comes out, and it goes so deep. One lands in their face. And this could be Vitality instantly tying up the game. 4-3. They're still all here corralled in the tunnels.
That's big. They get the headshot onto the plat player. Apex, he's tucked into the car, and the other CT's now smoked off. This has to be Apex to hold, and he gets the first one. Device still up close. Window peek, slays Device, and now it's on to Zipix. 1 versus 3, and RPK's gonna take him. Vitality tie again.
Yes, they
13 rounds apiece.
They have to be hyped up. They have to be. The fact that Astralis have only won 1 round, this is one where Navera tags Glaive twice through the door, doesn't even fully commit to that peak, and shocks again. He plays it so cool, doesn't even respond to the extra Molotov. That's the refrag onto Navera. I didn't even realize you'd be able to see his head from that position. I don't know if he was crouched up on the ledge or behind the site, but man. Even with that punish, it means nothing. Apex drives to the pit. RPK here to cover him in the crossfire. 3 here to fight.
More flashes, more frags, everything going well here. Vitality about to take the lead. They got Device stranded. No kills come through for Astralis. They try to clash on long A, and the only reason they can afford this round is because they won previously with pistols. Not a single kill as Vitality take that 14th round away from Astralis and leave them strapped for cash with decisions to make. Do they buy? Do they save?
Damn. Well, it's not a deflated Glaive. We've got him still talking. That's really good. But they throw it out. The gamble out towards long. It finally ends here. But Apex, he makes so much progress. The flashes are once again great. They come in late. They allow the CTs to open up. There are no comfortable fights here as the smokes land all over the place. 3 out of 4 tax calls here for Astralis. Absolutely necessary to go over every single round that they've lost at this point. There couldn't be any more data, but can they keep up in terms of talent, in terms of fragging? Like, they are getting outdueled on some of these rounds. Calls are going to be simple enough here on DUST2. On CT side, I had so much to talk about with their protocols. On T side, there's going to be less room for them to stand out from the rest. It's where Vitality can really show what they can do on their CT side. They'll go for a long one more time.
Oh, blind!
Couldn't see a damn thing, and Magus finds the kill. Navera, so gracious to his opponent, puts back his gun, but leaves Device here to cross up cap. Bomb wanted to come in for the refrag. Dupree answers back, and Ziwu's trying to figure out where it's all happened.
That's the man advantage, that's the edge, but you've got the young guns of Vitality, the new generation of talent, with ops in hand, looking for their kills. Where did that T get off to? Magisk. It's going to be him on the entry. If it wasn't for his deagles on that 25th round, then they wouldn't have even had this chance to buy. Ziwu dies behind box, misses the shot, looking for help, looking for cover. And Astralis close this distance as Navera comes in from behind. He swapped over to the M4, and he has everything to do. 2 of the 3 T's tagged. And Navera gets the first one. Zipix comes off of the bomb plant. Oh, there's the peak, and there's the 14th. Astralis keep the game going.
Well, okay, the bout at long. 2 CTs die. A blind refrag here from Magisk. Just to give credit to Vitality's flashes once again. There should be no shot that he gets a kill like that, but he has been getting all kinds of those kills this half. Ziwu misses 2 shots sitting on default, and that opens up the situation for Astralis completely. We are down into the final couple of rounds. Anything goes at this point. Everyone's shown off what they can do. The game plan is all out on the table on the CT side. We're getting less aggressive openings here from Vitality, and now the aggression is starting to come to them. Astralis started out so strong, and then when Vitality answered back at the later portion of the first half, we've got a similar situation from Astralis. That was the most gracious moment, right? He actually switches before he shoots. Maybe we should relive that moment. You know, it could be a critical one. 14 to 14 here. Glaive, does he have a gun on the ground, or will he have to be upgrading a pistol? I think he's got a rifle somewhere because he only has the Glock. Yeah, well, his favorite weapon, so why not? They've got the rundown suicide. 2 ops still in play on the CT side, and they are beelining it for this middle door.
Just charging him. Let's see what
Apex has no idea this timing is coming. He's running back to the site. They slow down a little bit, pressing up for the B split. Shocks gets hit.
He sits inside the smokes. He's gonna take some damage. Now he's starting to scramble. He's a little scared, and he should be. Glaive turning his attention. Apex comes out from the window, only gets the one.
Punish.
Navera on the CT box.
Man advantage.
They haven't
Ziwu,
split
he's
yet.
able to catch Zipix, and he's looking for more with Dupree still hiding behind these boxes. Ziwu's gonna miss the shot. Astralis man advantage. Somebody's taking a 15th round, and if it's not Navera, then it's Astralis. They've got it. One round to get them to Inferno, to take this series the distance, or it's still OT. Vitality, they have the money to buy. There will be some shortcomings, but this from Glaive and Dupree trades. Apex could have done it all.
Damn, they went for the fast mid B with a full kit of utility up into the double op setup, and they played it so carefully not to overrush the tunnels. Came through at mid, but you know what? Vitality had them in a very uncomfortable spot. They were in no man's land trying to get to the B window and the door. Ziwu drops an important shot outside the door. That's a clutch moment that he doesn't come through in any one of those trades out at mid, with the mid players behind the smoke trying to help out their B players, could have swung the tides back into the favor of Vitality. They'll have another chance here in round 30 to be able to put a round together, but now they'll have to do it with worse guns. Navera, he's neutered, down to just a deagle. MP9 in the hands of Shocks. Z will be the sole CT with an op, while Astralis are at full strength.
If he peeks this doorway, Device should have him dead to rights.
Total change of pace. This might be a situation where Vitality might not normally buy. Astralis have to figure out what they have to work with. And they know they can outlast them in a round that has to do with map control or nades. Apex sussing out an aggressive option. He sees Glaive trying to flash him out mid. Navera gets spotted on the double stack.
He flashes it off of the car. Ziwu missing the op shot again. 3 rounds in a row where the pressure's on him.
Double flank through tunnels.
Oh, and he gets stopped. Device with the headshot. Ziwu with the flick, but he burns to Magisk. And now we've got RPK and Apex. Single smoke between them. Device locking it down, but RPK, he gets the 2, and it's almost a third. But Astralis will take us to the third. We've got Inferno. This goes the distance, and we've got the best 2 teams in the whole damn world.